If you're sitting on the fence and waiting for that particular market crash, especially in Australia, newsflash, this particular article is basically outlining that the home values rose for the 5th straight month, and this is 2025. So it rose by 0.6 according to Cotality's latest home value index. Guys, don't sit on that fence and waiting for the property market to keep on crashing. The latest lift continues the trends, and it's begun in February 2025 where the interest rates were first cut, with the rates falling again in May and more reductions expected soon. Housing sentiment has improved across the board. That optimism is being reflected in high auction clearance rates and modest but consistent price growth. Quarterly growth was strong in Darwin, where the values jumped 4.9% for a new record high, finally surpassing a previous peak set during 2014 mining booms. Perth and Brisbane were next with a quarterly increases 2.1% and 2%, followed by Adelaide at 1.3%. Meanwhile, Sydney, Adelaide and Melbourne rose by 1.1 over that particular quarter. Quarterly data points to a 5.8 increase in national house prices over 2025, just above the long-term average of 5.2. However, Research Director Tim Lawless cautioned there was a potential in further upside if interest rates were to fall again later this year, given that the uprise risk that the housing values will accelerate further from here as interest rate reduces, and the reality is that we will likely see the home values rise by more over this next coming 12 months. Please do not wait to get that property price reductions. Highly likely 2025, it's probably not going to happen. Yesterday I attended a webinar for CBA. One of their economists was saying, hey, CBA is expecting at least 2 rate cuts for this particular year. Obviously it's not warranted. Nobody's got a crystal ball. However, with the sentiment in the marketplace, it is looking like there is going to be future rate cuts. And what does that mean? As far as affordability is concerned, borrowing capacity is a lot better when the interest rates are cheaper. So people can get more money out. And what that means is somebody who may have been priced out of the property market previously may be able to enter. 1st of January 2026, also there is earmarked for the first home guarantee scheme to be altered. So first home buyers no longer have to prove that their incomes have been at a certain threshold currently as first home buyers. Single applicants, you have to be below $125,000 gross taxable income. That is verified against your notice of assessment. And in addition to that, you've also got your couples. They have to be up to $200,000. Come 1st of January 2026, that will be removed, and it basically allows anybody who has not owned a property previously, and that terminology is also allowing people who've not owned property, in the last 10 years to actually use that scheme. So it's going to include a lot more people, better borrowing capacity, and you're going to have a lot more competition coming through. Also, with this particular report that I've just been sharing with you, it is going to be a lot more competitive. So buy in now if you can, and don't sit on the fence trying to wait for that property market to crash. Unfortunately, 2025 is not looking like it's going to have a crash. Bye.